You got it locked on Roadium Radio.
Due to circumstances beyond anyone's control, Dr. Dre is in the motherfucking house. So right about now, and I say, yo Steve, are you with me? ICE, are you with me?
Here's a little something by a nigga like me that never should've let me buy a tape from Steve. Ice Cube would like to play dope shit mixed by Dr. Dre. Since I was a youth, I like COMPTON. Now I like the motherfucking Roadium. Buying a tape or two, that's what the hell I do. You don't like Tony A? Well, fuck you, this is a game, and I'm in it. Ice Cube will fuck you up in a minute with a right, left, right, making you sick. And then you see Tony A is on the mix.
Tony A! Tony A! When you're ready, go.
Welcome everyone to Roadium Radio episode 229. And before I give some few announcements, this morning I received a text message from a good friend, possibly around 7:30, of the passing of Ramon Corona. Everyone knows him as AKA Night Owl. I will address that with all due respect to my guest. I will address that at the end of the show. So hope you guys can hang with us. And it's always very hard to address these situations. So without further ado, once again, for those of you that are submitting your music, thank you. I already filled up my March calendar. I'm starting to work on April. So continue to submit your music to roadiumradio@gmail.com, roadiumradio@gmail.com. Once again, I require music. If you have videos, cool. If you have a short bio, cool. But short bio is important. So thank you guys for that. And those of you guys that want to promote, whether it's your album, whether it's your OnlyFans page, whether it's your business, whatever you do, if you want to promote it here on Roadium Radio, we'll play it during the breaks. So you can reach me, either DM me on Instagram at Roadium Radio, or you can reach me at roadiumradio@gmail.com. So, and we'll make sure to get that to you, so you can promote yourself here on Roadium Radio. We normally don't do shows on Fridays. As you guys know, we do our schedule is Wednesdays and Sundays, but I'm watching the Super Bowl game Sunday, so I'm not going to be here, so I decided to do my show today. So other than that, you know what? Let's jump right into it with none other than Jay Mendoza.
What's going on, man?
How you doing, my brother?
Hey, man, just trying to be like you when I grow up, man. What's going on?
Take your time. I'm about to be 54 next month, and I'm feeling younger and younger. I feel like Benjamin Button.
Yeah?
He's getting younger and younger as he gets older.
When was the first time they called you OG? Do you remember that?
No, but honestly, maybe when I turned 50.
Yeah? They said, "What's up, OG?" Yeah,
and I thought that was kind of weird, I thought that was kind of weird, because my daughters had thrown me a surprise birthday party for my 50th. And they invited a lot of my friends, and I had a really good time. But you know what? I was really, really looking forward to turning 50, because I had friends that they had a hard time when they hit 40. They went into like a depression. I'm 40, and I was like, fool, I'm about to hit 50. I'm half 100.
Yeah.
I was happy.
I was happy to make it past 25, man.
Yes.
I was like, yo, I made it.
Yes, exactly. You know, I always tell people, if I survived the crack epidemic, the gang epidemic in the hood, and the COVID shit,
we're still here.
I'm still here. So I'm happy about that.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you for being here. You know what? I saw on your bio, I want you to explain that, even though I already know, but the fans may not know.
Yeah.
Half taco, half pupusa.
Yeah. That's me. First of all, I think everybody loves tacos, right?
Absolutely.
But everybody also loves pupusas.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, I get both worlds. So I get the Mexican side and I get the Salvadorian side, which is kind of like weird at the same time because I feel like there's a lot of hate in between. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, fucking sit up there, and then like fuck you, beaner, like
right.
So it was a lot of like talking shit in between the both, but
right.
I got best of both worlds, Mexican and Salvadorian.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Sad to say, I had a homie that was in love with this one beautiful girl. Like, this was years ago, obviously when we were early 20s. And he loved, like, he really fell head over heels for her. She was beautiful. She was fine.
Yeah.
And then one day he just called her in front of all the homies. Yeah, my Mexican queen. And she bursted his bubble. They were like talking maybe like 6 months. I don't know how he did not know. But she goes,
She was Saudi?
yeah.
No.
Yeah, she goes, I'm not Mexican. Like, and she was afraid to tell him.
Yeah.
So then he says, what the fuck? What are you? Of course you're Mexican. I met your mom. He goes, no. You know, well, what are you? And she was like, I'm Salvadorian. And let me tell you something. It was one of the most ugliest scenes.
How do you not know she's Salvadorian though?
I have no idea. You know what? When I looked at her, she could have passed for possibly being, you know,
For
Chicano.
sure.
And I just felt so bad. And I learned that day, you know, that this guy crushed this person's feelings over something he thought, I guess she was.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
That's crazy, yeah. Hey, man, I like both of my cultures, though, man.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
A lot of people feel like they got to hide
Right.
certain cultures, but like, yo, I'm Salvadorian. I get to go over here,
Yes.
kick it with this family over here,
Right.
and I hear this accent over here. Then I go over here, and you got corridos and fucking bandas and fucking, you know, everything else. So it's kind of crazy to go into both worlds. Like, it's two different worlds.
Yes. Well, I don't know who doesn't like pupusas.
Yeah.
Alex, you should have asked on the live chat, do you guys like pupusas? One time I said playing around, I like human pupusas.
Hey, as long as you like pupusas, but they say you can't eat pupusas with a fork.
Okay, how are you supposed to eat? A
With
mano?
your hands, bro.
Okay.
You literally put the cortido on top,
Okay.
the salsa, and you literally, you know what I'm saying? Like, you slice it up, you grab it. Like, it's a
like
whole
that.
thing, yeah.
Oh,
but some
okay.
people, like me, I did it in a video where, like, that moment when you first try a pupusa for the first time, and I ate it like a taco. And they clowned me. But it was kind of like, bro, but like, this is the way I eat it because this is,
Right.
I'm both worlds. So,
Yes.
but like, the traditional way is literally cut it in half, take a piece, grab some cortido and some salsa, and you grab it, and you eat it.
And it's called cortido?
Cortido, yeah.
Cortido.
Yeah.
See, I used to call it verduda.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like ¿qué? Because I used to go to Salvadorian spot right here, and they used to have like gourmet pupusas, unas con camarón y queso.
Yeah.
You know, and then I like, me da más verduda.
Yeah.
¿Cómo? Like, and I was like, that cabbage stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
the cabbage, yeah.
You
That's
know.
what it is.
Yeah, but
But some people might even tell me, like, what are the people saying in the comments about cortido? Is that the actual word? What? Has anybody said anything about cortido?
Oh.
I might be wrong too. I
Okay.
remember there's another little term that they'll be using, but whatever. I'm a walking pupusa.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Hey, but I love pupusas with beans and cheese. So I guess I'm a walking beaner with cheese, right?
Right. I have to admit that I get my butter knife and then I cut them and do this. But now I'm gonna have to do it like you said, because I do like eating with my hands.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna have to do that. Now, this Sunday is Super Bowl weekend, and you are a Rams fan.
Yeah.
Because you send me a picture with
With
the
my Rams. Hey,
Right.
were you disrespected by that?
No, not at all. Now, this is going to be a dumb question for you because you're a Rams fan, but I have to ask.
Yeah.
Do you guys really think you're going to win?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I've been proving everybody wrong every week. And then the last time we made it to the Super Bowl, I predicted the same thing. We made it to the Super Bowl. We only scored 3 points, but we made it to the Super Bowl.
Right. Okay.
Come on, we went against Tom Brady, bro.
You're absolutely
Sitting
right.
in that, I went to the Super Bowl in Atlanta for that. And sitting in that stadium, I felt like I had to put on a Patriots jersey. There were so many freaking fans. It was like, I literally would look around like, I didn't see one Rams jersey. It was all Patriot fans.
Right.
Yo, that was a crazy feeling.
Right. And you saw Tom Brady play live.
Yeah, Tom Brady, yeah. But even
GOAT.
that day, he struggled that game. I think the biggest pass was to Gronkowski, and then they scored.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback ever?
Ever. I mean, I don't know that. I mean, since I've been alive.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't really get to see, like, I think I got to see, like, Steve Young, Troy Aikman.
Right.
But I was young, you know.
Yeah.
But I think now, if we go rings.
Yeah. That's all that counts. He won
Yeah.
10 Super Bowls, won 7.
Yeah.
And then the 2 that he lost, if you look at the ones that he lost to the Giants against Eli, people always say, oh, Eli owns him. No, he doesn't. Let me get this straight. I'm not a fan of either team, okay?
Yeah.
But I will say this. When Tom Brady walked off the field, On both of those games, his team was up ahead.
Yeah.
It was the
Was that the one
defense.
where he caught the
That was the
ball
first one on the helmet.
The helmet, yeah. I remember that.
That was the first one, and I was like, no, I don't want that goofy, retarded Eli to win.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a Tom Brady fan. I wasn't necessarily a Patriots or a Bucks, but I like him.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I used to sport Chicago Bulls gear because I liked Jordan.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but oh man.
And it was crazy because I was always like a Tom Brady fan just because Aaron Hernandez was the first guy I ever saw that was like my skin color, and I was like, damn.
Yes.
And then they're like, but Jay, but you look like that fool. I'm like, oh, what the hell? They started comparing me to Aaron Hernandez. So I never bought his jersey, but I was a fan of him.
Right.
Because he was a beast. Like, when have you ever seen a dude with a last name Hernandez?
I know.
Just trucking everybody out there.
Very, very true.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, man, you just opened up another door for us to talk about something. Did you ever see his documentary that he put on Netflix?
I did. I kind of hated watching it.
I know.
Like, I felt like his personal life and his football life were two different lives.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, I didn't really care for his personal life just because, I mean,
Right.
Yeah, like, I watched him for being a fan of him on the field. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know, the thing is, it's just that you, like when I say I'm a fan of somebody say, oh, but that motherfucker did this.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm talking about him on the field or on the court or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about his personal life. And I think that's what kind of, because I was a fan of him being, you know, a dope tight end.
Yeah, he was an amazing tight end.
And then when I see his personal life, I'm like, I don't know, did he want to be a gangster? And then there's the other story of always he messed up in the head.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a
The
combination of both.
CTE, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, one thing that they didn't show on there, but it did make news that supposedly, I don't know how true this is, that he did like an Illuminati symbol on the wall with his own blood and then when he hung himself. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, when you get a chance, Google it. They didn't put that in the documentary.
I didn't.
But they were saying that he put an Illuminati symbol, and then he put, I think it was John 3:16 or something.
I saw that. I think he wrote like a letter with John 3:16.
Yeah. On his blood, and then he hanged himself.
But then I heard he also killed himself for insurance money for his
kids, I guess.
his kids,
keep
yeah.
the money, yeah.
Which is, I don't know. It could be.
You know, man, I don't want to talk too much on this, but
Yeah, I don't either. It's a touchy subject. It's
Okay,
kind of
well-
crazy, but yeah.
we'll leave it alone.
Hey, but Rocky Balboa right here, man. That's me.
Rocky Balboa, that's right,
Yeah.
the underdog. The underdog.
And I feel like that's kind of been my whole life,
Right,
being an underdog.
I have an underdog story as well, but share your. Why do you feel that way?
Well, I'm from Venice, California, but that's where my mom was because she was working in the marina. She used to work as a cleaner for the Marriott Hotel.
Okay.
And then my dad was off of what they call now La Cienega Heights.
Okay.
Which is like West LA, but it's like Hamilton High School is there, La Cienega and Venice, let's say that. So it was predominantly a black neighborhood.
Okay.
There was Latinos, but it was mostly blacks. And then in Venice, it was kind of like a little bit of everything.
Okay.
So when I had to stay with my dad, like I would go play outside, right? This is when kids actually weren't on their iPads. They were playing football outside, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Playing tag, and we would go to the park and play basketball. But I was always that Latino kid, right?
Yes.
So I was always a kid that they never picked up. So it was because like, you play soccer. But I fucking hated soccer.
Same here.
I hated soccer because they said I'm supposed to be playing soccer, and I felt like no, I don't play soccer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like so I forced myself to get good at football, basketball, and both of the sports to the point where it was like, as soon as I walked in the gym, Jay, come on, you're our fifth, you know?
Right.
And I got myself to that point just to feel that feeling of what it felt when, you know, all the black kids were like, yo, I got him, which I get it, you know, they're athletic, they're different, you know?
Yeah.
So I had to work myself up to just get to that point where like, yo, come on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly how that is. But, you know, I want to touch on something really quick because I think that this goes unnoticed. Many times when they told people like you and me, go play soccer, not only was that stereotype, but that was also racist.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, we can't tell, you know, a white guy, you guys just play hockey.
Yeah.
You know, we can't do that, you know. You know, we can't tell a black individual, you can only slam dunk.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
Well,
sad.
they say like they told LeBron just dribble.
Just true.
Yeah.
Exactly. But for some nationalities, it's racism if we say it towards them. But if they say it to us, many of us don't speak or say anything about it.
You just leave it alone.
Yeah. So I have to go back to the Super Bowl because I predicted
The Rams were going to win.
that Cincinnati. I already
Rams
said
are
that
gonna
on
win.
a couple of shows. I think they have
Bengals?
momentum. I think they're a little bit more hungry. I'm going for the underdog.
Yeah. And then if you look at the whole playoffs, it has been the underdog.
Yes. So
But the Rams also, if you look at them as a team, it's a completely different team from when they started in the season.
yes.
With Von Miller, OBJ, bringing in Stafford. You know what I'm saying? That's his first year on a team, having to learn a whole different playbook.
And he's playing incredible.
I mean, if you watch all his games in Detroit, he didn't have no players, and he was
And
balling.
He was balling.
You know?
Absolutely.
Like,
I like his style of quarterback. He's a gunslinger,
Yeah,
man. I like his ass. So that I know when he came over here, I'm glad. Again, I like to watch football, bro.
Yeah.
And sometimes I could be watching fucking Miami play Cleveland, and I'm like, yes, bro. Like, is that a fan? No, I just like a good game.
yeah, 100%.
So when I knew he was coming to the Rams, I'm like, okay, these guys got a chance now because they got rid of Golf sorry ass, and he went over there to Detroit and didn't do shit.
Yeah.
You know, I think the only good game they had was when they beat Arizona.
He had a couple games. He was just inconsistent.
Yeah.
He was inconsistent.
Yeah, but
But what about the Raider fans? How do you feel about them right now?
I'm like the #1 Raider hater, bro. So
What about the 49ers, dog? How do you feel about them?
the 49ers, yeah,
Hey,
those guys.
I'm not going to lie. It was the best feeling watching them leave the stadium.
Yeah,
Dude, they were talking so much crap. They're like, fuck the Rams. Fuck you. Like, dude, it was like disrespectful, dude.
yeah.
And a lot of these dudes, I get it. They've been tailgating since 11, talking shit. You know, I get it. But to see them leave right after that game, it was the best feeling in the world. And then all of them, they're all waiting outside the stadium trying to order their Ubers.
Right.
When, you know, I was like, yo, what's up? You need a ride to LAX? What you need? You know, the fuck out of here.
Oh, dude, some of those guys are so convinced. We're going to Super Bowl, you watch. I mean, just like a lot of the Raider fans, bro. Fuck the Cowgirls.
Yeah.
Fuck those mother. I don't talk like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, let's just enjoy the game. Fuck the Cowgirls. And I'm like, okay. I just, that's what makes me not like it.
Yeah.
So, but they can all cry at home. They're on the couch with us. But
bad.
congratulations on the Rams making it. But that'll be dope if they do win because last year, Lakers and Dodgers
Yeah,
won.
it'll be good for the city.
Yes.
That's what I think. Like, people are like, oh, you're a bandwagon. But I'm like, yo, I never had a team.
Yeah.
I was just a fan of football.
Right.
When they came back to L.A., like, I knew about the Rams, Marshall Falk, you know,
Right,
Kurt
right.
Warner,
Oh, Kurt
Isaac
Warner was
Bruce.
amazing.
Like, it was the greatest show on turf.
Yeah.
So I knew about them,
Right.
but they weren't in L.A. We didn't have nothing in L.A.
Right. Nothing.
And growing up, all my friends were Raider fans. I think I even have a picture of me with a Raider jacket on, right?
Oh, shit.
But, like, growing up, I hated Raider fans. Like, just the same way. Like, they talk so much stuff, but it's like, dude, when is the last time they won?
I know. 1912, probably. I'm not. They're probably fucking punching air right now, getting mad at me.
And Tom Brady got him when remember that tuck
The
rule?
tuck rule, they made it up on purpose. Ha.
Yeah, they got him.
And then later on,
Sorry, Raider fans.
earlier this year, they said it was a fumble. I'm not going to lie. So who cares? But you guys weren't going to win anyway because if the Raiders would have faced the Rams, Kurt Warner would have just chopped them up. Earlier that year, he chopped them up. So anyways, Dodger fan?
I have mixed feelings.
Okay.
I love the Dodgers.
Okay.
But they broke in my heart a lot. I would say
know.
that.
You're
I
right.
would say that. And I would have to go back to, like, man, I feel like I was a big Yasiel Puig fan.
Okay.
You know, then this year, the pitcher's name, why am I blanking?
Kershaw?
No, with the goggles. The Mexican pitcher.
I almost said Fernando.
No. But not Valenzuela.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like, I feel like, he was balling all year. And then they didn't really show him no love.
Right.
But it was because he was a Mexican pitcher. You get what I'm saying? Like, they talk about Kershaw. But what has Kershaw really done in the playoffs?
I know.
Cy Young winner, all this other stuff.
I know. got one ring, cool, I get it.
Yeah.
But you fucking broke a heart plenty of times. Okay, I'm going to bring up a stat really quick, and I want people to think about this, okay? Here you have Brett Favre, and here you have, the other quarterback, Rodgers. Rodgers. Brett Favre and Rodgers combined together have played 30 years for Green Bay.
Yeah.
Both of them, 30 years.
That's crazy to think about.
And only 2 Super Bowls.
They won a lot of games.
They won a lot of games.
Yeah.
But they're considered some of the great, for sure, Hall of Famers already, you know?
Yeah. I think he just won MVP, right?
Right.
Rodgers, yeah.
Right. But only 2 Super Bowls in 30 years?
That just tells you how hard it really is to get there. Tom Brady, the GOAT.
Troy Aikman.
Julio, I just forgot his last name.
Julio Iglesias?
Nah. The pitcher, his name's Julio, but I can't think of his last name. Right?
Look him up, bro.
What's the Dodgers pitcher name? Julio what?
For the Dodgers. Julio Cesar Chavez.
Dude, I don't know why I'm blanking. I should know.
All right, Google it.
That is.
Now, it's for the Dodgers. So, are you a Laker fan?
Oh, big Laker fan.
Big time.
Urias. Yeah.
Okay.
Urias, yeah. He's a beast. He was balling. Why didn't he get no love?
What do you think?
They just tell us to shut up and hit the switch. That's what they just tell us to do.
You just dropped Ice Cube. So no, you're right, bro. You're right. Oh,
What do I think about the Lakers right now?
Are we gonna go all the way?
No. Not with Westbrook.
All the way home?
All the way home, yeah. I don't even think we might not even make the playoffs.
Yeah. All that talent and no chemistry. Do you blame the coaching?
Well, I think they got rid of all the role players. You know, like Caruso was an amazing player. Kyle Kuzma, I would take Kyle Kuzma over Westbrook right now.
Yeah. You're right.
They got rid of all these players that they drafted and they got. And we go get Westbrook and it's like he's shooting off the side of the backboard. Like, what? He's got 3 wide open dudes trying to shoot it. Like, what? But I also think the biggest issue is A.D.
Okay.
He doesn't like to be in the middle.
And did you hear I don't know if it was Snoop Dogg when he was live, but they got Snoop Dogg saying this motherfucker always get hurt every time he go for a layup.
Yeah.
Every time I tweet this.
I think that's why he doesn't like to play the center position.
Right.
Because he's always getting hurt. But he's the most dominant center in the game.
Yes.
Besides the dude from the 76ers.
Yes. And then Snoop Dogg says, that motherfucker unfollowed me on Instagram.
You're lying.
You guys look it up.
You unfollow Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, look it up.
Damn.
It was like, fuck that motherfucker. I was like, damn.
A.D.
Hey, Snoop's on top, man. You looking forward to the halftime show?
Oh, yeah. I got an inside scoop about that, but I can't say it here.
Okay, you can tell me off air.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of guys, dude, like from our era. I'm not looking forward. I don't want to hear J.D. I don't want to hear Still Dre. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Dude.
I do.
I do.
You know?
Did you see the commercial that they posted?
Yeah, bro.
When you see Dr. Dre walking through the waves, it's like a piano. Dude, that shit, fuck.
Bro, that's like...
It's iconic. It's
yes, it's... Look, I'm not going to get into the story because everybody knows my story, but meeting a guy in 1987 and he was broke, living with his cousin Jinx, Dr. Dre, and then to see him now... Look, I don't care if I don't talk to the guy. I'm proud of shit like that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm proud of shit. I mean, my show starts off with Dr. Dre talking. Ice Cube rapping on there. You know, it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
So being in the studio when they recorded the NWA project, that shit means a lot to me. So if you don't want to watch it, don't fucking watch it, bro.
Dude, for me, it's like, if you're from LA, you got to be there.
Right.
That's for me. It's like, yo, I got to be there.
I'm probably gonna start selling elotes outside. No, but I heard they're getting all rid of the street vendors.
You can't be a paletero no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's just, if you look at Staples Center when you go out there, they're ready to sell you those hot dogs. You know, but like,
hell yeah.
Like, I get everybody arguing about it, but at the same time, you gotta be honest. People pay to be a vendor at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, like the other day I got a call from the city of Hawthorne because I live in the city of Hawthorne. So like they were like, yo, like, do you know who's organizing these cruises? And then I happen to do know the guy, right? Mm-hmm. But they made it seem like, yo, we could get a permit and we're cool to low ride it in Hawthorne. So it turns out that they're like, You got to pay a permit based on how many people show up.
What the fuck?
How do you know how many
you
people?
predict that shit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the biggest complaint was the vendors. But then with the vendors, what comes is trash. Because people eat their food and they just fucking throw it.
Yeah.
They start drinking and just throw it.
Hot dough.
Then you got the fools that fucking come in and fucking start burning rubber.
Yeah, yeah.
The no quema guys, you know?
So no more street corn, no more hot dogs and pupusas.
It's just other people kill it for us.
Yeah.
They make us look bad.
Yeah.
So,
then you
there's
got
trash cans. You can go throw this shit away.
Then you got the drunk dudes that want to fight everybody.
It's all the Theos trying to fight over the lands, huh?
Yeah. Exactly, bro. So no more tacos de carne estrada.
Yeah.
So, okay. Where are you going to watch the game? Are you going to watch it at home? Did you get invited? Or are you actually going?
I got tickets to the Super Bowl.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me say, congratulations, bro.
Yeah,
honestly, man. Other motherfuckers will look at you, lucky motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Yeah,
Enjoy that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm super excited, man. I told everybody, yo, I don't care if I'm like in the nosebleeds.
When they give you tissue, you got to hold your
So
nose.
I just want to be there. Being from LA, like, yo,
That's
the
iconic,
Rams.
bro.
It's in LA. You got Dr. Dre, Snoop, Kendrick, Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
And they said there's a special guest, which I know who it is, but I won't ruin it for you guys. They ruined it for me, so
For reals?
yeah.
Oh, shit. I think I know who it is.
Who do you think?
Morgan Freeman. Nah, I'm only playing. But, no, man, you know what? It's going to be dope. You know what you do? Shoot a video like, with them in the background.
Yeah.
That's what you should do.
It's memories right there.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's memories.
Now, well, I got a dope-ass seat, too, my couch. So I'm going to watch it at home. So
Hey, I said if I didn't get no tickets, that's exactly where I was going to be.
Huh.
But to be honest, like, I'd rather watch a game from my couch.
yeah.
You know why?
It's the best seat.
It's the best seat. Like, you get to do, if you want to go grab a drink,
Yes.
grab a drink. And you get to see it like HD, 4K. And the other day I was at the Pro Bowl, right? Mm-hmm.
You lucky bastard.
Sorry. Last week I was at the Pro Bowl, and they had the Jabberwockies dancing and doing the halftime show.
Okay.
But I was watching the back, because you could only see, the way they do it is across the field.
Yes.
So the camera's here, and the stage is not going to film the back.
Right.
But I'm sitting in the back. But from my TV, I want to sit in the front row. So
Yeah.
I don't mind the couch.
Okay.
I don't mind the couch. But
Yeah, I
at the
like
Super Bowl, I want to be there.
That's dope, man. That's
I
dope.
want to enjoy the atmosphere. You know.
I'm glad you get to go to these events. Most likely, the cartoon will be there, right?
I don't know. Cartoon did that Pepsi stuff. Did
I
you see
know.
that? That was pretty dope. Did you see my car in the background?
Oh, that was your car?
Yeah.
Back?
It was
Okay,
the blue 64 that came out for like 3
shit.
seconds.
I got it.
That was
Blue
me.
64 too.
Really?
Right there. See it parked?
That's a 63, but boy. That's hey, the rack top though. Hey, 63. That's a nice car.
Yeah, man. But you know what, man? I was telling you earlier when I met Cartoon in 1987, and to see
I told you I was one.
Yes. And to see him where he's at, I'm proud of that dude. Man.
Yeah.
Like I truly am. I see him winning. His art, his tattooing, whatever he does touches the world, bro. And that's a beautiful thing, man. I like to see people win, bro.
I love to see people win, but I also think like when I watch Cartoon and been blessed to be around him,
Yeah.
it's his work ethic, man.
Yes.
Like he told me the other day, he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be in the house for a whole month," and in my head, I'm like, "But I like to get out the house. I like
Yeah.
to go get some breakfast. I like to see my friends. I like to." He's like, "Nah, I'm gonna be in the house, working on the craft."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Damn!" Like he tells me, "Yo, you just gotta focus,"
Yeah.
and it's the game changer, which I think where they say hard work beats out talent.
Very, very true, bro.
You know, like if you're able to just focus on your craft, focus. People ask me all the time, how'd you get to like all these followers? How do you get to do all this viral stuff? I mean, I don't think I'm not any different from you, but
Right.
it's just I focused on that and I made it a craft, and here I am 8 years later, and it's still my craft. And I still don't think I'm better than anybody else. I'm still willing to learn from you, willing to learn from him. Like, we all know something.
And I think that's the ticket right there. I'm willing to learn.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that are not willing. They know it all.
Yeah.
They know it all. They're too big. Their ego gets in the way. And
Yeah.
for me, at my age, I still want to learn.
Exactly.
You know, I don't feel that that I have done what I have set out to do. I still need work, and I like the fact that you said I'm gonna be in for a month, because maybe we need to reevaluate why some of our shit isn't working, and we got to put the time and effort into it.
Like people say, like, oh, well, I posted this one video that went viral, then the rest of them didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going.
Keep going.
You got to keep going. People quit.
Yes.
I've seen people come and go.
Yeah.
Come and go. And guess what? I just keep going. Because what's going to happen? I mean, I got no choice. I can't look back.
Right.
I got a family to feed.
Exactly.
So I just said, you know what? I'm not going to look at the numbers. I'm going to just keep going.
That's dope. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, the question that we had, 137 votes. The question is, do you like pupusas? And 72% said hell yeah, and 28% said nope.
Okay, well, it don't matter. Anyways, yeah, so, all right, cool. We're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break. So make sure you call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody, let them know that Jay Mendoza's in the motherfucking building. We'll be back 10 minutes.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Polo Cholo coming at you live, promoting that new single, Gorditas y Kilos, featuring my boy Macumba. Shout out to Roadium Radio for having us on the podcast. Look forward to that Narco Polo album dropping on 420. Go ahead and hit us up on that Instagram, Polo Cholo. Hit me up on TikTok, Polo Cholo. Everything, every social media site. The song will be out January 11th on all your streaming platforms. The video's out right now on YouTube. Go ahead and run those numbers up, show some love. You know what I'm saying? And again, shout out to Roadium Radio for having us. Polo Cholo in the house one time. Everybody go show some.
Yo, call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
Yo, what's up? It's Bella. I'm here on Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A. the Wizard. Stay tuned.
Yo, it's Ray Monique on Roadium Radio with Tony A. the motherfucking Wizard. Tune in and subscribe.
What's going down, everybody? This is Big Rich G here at Roadium Radio with Tony A. You guys got to check this out, man. Don't miss out. Tune in.
It's your boy Producer A here at Roadium Radio. It's your boy Tony A. Make sure y'all subscribe every Sunday, Wednesday, 7 p.m. with the dopest podcast popping in the motherfucking West Coast. Make sure y'all subscribe. Peace.
Yeah, this is Pablito here at Roadium Radio. I'm here with Tony A. the Wizard. Tune in.
What's cracking? It's your boy Noel G in the house, a.k.a. Hector. You guys know what time it is right here with the Roadium Radio Show hosted by your boy, Tony A. the Wizard. Keep listening. We got something good for you.
What's good, beautiful ladies? It's your boy MC Magic, Tony A. the Wizard. You already know. Roadium Radio Show. Turn it up.
Yo, what's good with y'all? This your boy Big Prodigy from the legendary South Central Cartel, and I'm over here chilling with my homeboy Tony A. the Wizard on the Roadium Radio Show. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the page on YouTube. And by the way, check out that interview with yours truly. You dig? Wes.
What's up, guys? This is Mayito. You're watching Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Lil Silent from VOTG, the voice of the ghetto, man. Tune in every Sunday and Wednesday to Roadium Radio. You already know, hosted by the legend himself, Tony A. the Wizard, man. Just don't miss out, man. That should be active out here.
What's up, everyone? This is Antonio Pelayo. I'm here at Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard. Make sure to subscribe.
Yo, what's up, everybody? LA Baseball Head here, also known as LAFC Soccer Head, chilling on Roadium Radio with my homeboy, Tony A. the Wizard.
What it do? DJ Joe Cooley. You chilling with me, DJ Tony A. the Wizard, and Roadium Radio. You heard me?
What up, everyone? This is Solita. Tune into Roadium Radio, hosted by Tony A. the Wizard.
What up, what up? Susie Q in the motherfucking building. I'm here chilling with Tony A, the motherfucking wizard. Roadium Radio, YouTube. You guys check it out. Subscribe. Spank it easy.
Yo, this is Shady Boy right here with Tony A, the wizard on Roadium Radio.
What's poppin' with it, family? It's your boy Jokes Loves Life, and you are now tuned in to Roadium Radio with the one and only Tony A, the motherfucking wizard. That's right, love life, y'all.
This your boy Wito Trees, Roadium Radio in the house, Tony A, the wizard. What's up?
What's up? This is your boy Panther on Roadium Radio. Tune in with your boy Tony A, the wizard, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Yay.
This is Murray Brumfield, a.k.a. Mexicali Slim, Familia Records, and you rolling with Roadium Radio with Tony A.
Yo, what up? It's your boy DJ Kazam. We're right here live, Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A, the wizard. That's what's up. Ooh.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl Mariah Avila. I'm here on Roadium Radio with Tony the Wizard. Please subscribe, like, and comment.
Yo, it's cracking. It's your homeboy, Mr. Motherfucking Junebug. And you just tuned in to Roadium Radio with Tony A, the motherfucking wizard. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel. You know.
Juvole Raza, it's your homeboy Hypnotic right here in Roadium Radio with Tony A, the wizard. Make sure you subscribe, like, and do all that. Don't forget to comment. Much love.
Yo, this is Grincho Brown on Roadium Radio with Tony A, the wizard. Keeping this shit popping, all West Coast, all love. Shout out to my Raza, we getting it.
Hey, look, this is Chunks, the San Diego All-Star, and you are now tuned in to Roadium Radio right here with Tony A, the wizard. Tap in.
What's up? It's your girl Carolyn Rodriguez here at Roadium Radio. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday and Sunday to Tony A, the wizard.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Tony G. You're listening to Roadium Radio with the homeboy Tony A, the wizard. Roadium Radio.
Yo, what's cracking? It's 2Max with Mexican descent, visionary shapeshifters, Good Life Project Blowed, LA Underground Hip Hop. You're tuned in to Roadium Radio with Tony A, the wizard on Wednesdays and Sundays. LA Hip Hop will save the world.
All right, what up? It's your boy King Cash right here at Roadium Radio with the homie Tony A, the wizard. Make sure you guys subscribe.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Trouble P here at Roadium Radio with your boy Tony A, the wizard. Make sure y'all subscribe and tune in. West Coast.
Yo, what it do? This your boy, Big Havoc. One Hood Admiral, South Central Cartel General. And you're tuned in to Roadium Radio with my boy, Tony A, the wizard. Stay locked in.
Hello everybody, this is Rocky Padilla,
and you're listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A, the wizard.
Hey, what's up my people? Hey, Trouble Kid right here, you know, in the house. Shout out to Tony A, the wizard, and shout out Roadium Radio. Much love. Thank you for having me.
What up, world? It's YQ, Young Quicks, and right now you're listening to the OG Tony A, the wizard on Roadium Radio. Make sure to keep it locked, subscribe, comment, hate. It don't matter, man. We get into it. It'll 5 stand up.
Hey, what up? It's your boy Mark Cruz. You're now tuned in to Roadium Radio with Tony A, the wizard, the legend. Tap in.
What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Queenie. You're tuned into Roadium Radio. Check my man Tony A, the wizard, every Wednesday and Sunday. Stay tuned. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what it is.
What's up, pimpin'? It's your boy Johnny Boy, a.k.a. Mr. Las Vegas, at Roadium Radio with your boy Tony A, the wizard. Yes, catch us every Wednesday and Sunday. Yeah.
Hey y'all, this is Elvia Cadena here at Roadium Radio with motherfucking Tony A, the wizard. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and share.
Can I get a moment of your time? Hey, it's your boy Lucky Sun Zoo from Hood Starks Podcast. Hey, fuck with one of the best podcasts in the game, Tony A, the wizard, Roadium Radio. Don't motherfucking play with it. Don't sleep on it. Hey, HA, stand the fuck up. Yes, sir.
What's up? This is Clever from the brown side. Make sure you guys tune in to Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard. If not, you're a bitch.
What's cracking? It's your boy Young Thrive right here with the homie Tony A. the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Don't forget to subscribe, man. Check out the best interviews on the West Coast. Yeah.
I'm on the Roadium Radio. What up? It's ODM from Lighter Shade of Brown. You know your daddy's favorite rapper, your mama's favorite DJ, plus that YouTube star. You know what I mean? RBG fam. Lighter Shade all day with the homie Tony A. Right here, Roadium Radio, Sundays and Wednesdays. Let's go.
Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio, and I believe it's episode 229. Am I right, Alex? Yes. 229, okay. I be forgetting because, 228, 227, but 229, and we're going to go ahead and jump right back into it with Jay Mendoza.
We back.
Yes, you having a good time, bro?
Having a great time.
I wanted to offer you a beer, but you say you don't drink beer.
I'm trying to drink, smoke, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Hold on. No, I'm just joking.
Now, are you going to drink at the Super Bowl?
Yeah, of course. Take a shot.
Okay.
1942.
Damn.
What's up? What you got it?
Well, I just got the cheap stuff right now. I got some Jack Daniels, so all good. You know what? Let's talk a little bit of comedy, man. Growing up, I asked this question to a lot of rappers. Growing up, what type of music did you listen to growing up at home? What would your mother, what your father play? How did you get introduced to comedy? Did you get introduced to comedy at a young age?
Ace Ventura. Dumb and Dumber. I was just watching Jim Carrey, on Saturday Night Live. I remember I used to watch him with my brothers, just watching Jim Carrey, just be like a freak at it, facials and it was just inspiring to watch him, just to be him, which is this personality. It's funny because people ask me yo, in person, what do you do? And then I'm like, I do comedy, I do some videos, and they're like, let me see you be funny. It's bro, I can't just be it's something where it's I know how to turn it on and off. Some people there's some people
right.
They're just funny 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope. But what I do is just in a skit format. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to take a joke, blow it out of proportion, and you're able to relate. He's able to relate. Everybody relates. So there they go commenting, and the more they comment, it goes viral. So it's a science to it. You know?
Right.
So, and it's funny because a lot of people say, comedians are funny. But if you meet a lot of these comedians, they're also fucking smart.
Yes.
They're smart ass people. They know what the fuck they're doing. They know when to, if you think about it, when they do stand up, they write something to know when you're supposed to laugh. That's a science to it. You know what I'm saying?
It is. There is a science to it. Absolutely.
You got to know what you're doing, so you're not just the average Joe is just going to be able to be funny.
Right.
But yeah, I would say.
Okay. Yeah. And would you say, because for me, I knew I wanted to DJ at 11 years old.
Uh-huh.
I knew that's what I wanted to do. That was the beginning to me DJing, for me producing, for me being a director, podcaster. It just snowballed. Yeah. At what age do you think that you thought
I can be funny?
Yeah.
It's funny because I never liked, I never saw myself yo, you're a funny ass dude. I just saw myself, I was just that guy that people always wanted to be around me.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I was just always having fun. Yo, let's have fun. And then I grew up playing football my whole life. So I was around 30, 40 dudes all the time.
Yeah.
And you had to grow thick skin if you were going to get bagged on.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You had to learn how to talk shit back.
Yeah.
And this goes back to growing up in the black community.
Yes.
The black community, they talk shit.
They talk shit. You got to learn how to hang.
Yeah, you got to learn how to hang.
Yeah.
And that's where I had to learn. I had to learn how to hang. I had to learn how to crack jokes. I had to learn how to do everything.
Right.
And I think that's when it was okay, I knew how to take something. And even though I never thought I'm going to be doing comedy for the rest of my life, making money from this, I didn't know that. But I just knew that, I could hold my own. You know what I'm saying? You talk shit, I'm going to talk shit back. Let's go.
Yes, yes.
It was fun. and I was never gonna get hurt by it. Like, there's a lot of dudes that just get offended. They can't take a joke.
Right.
So,
no, it's very, very true. I mean, like, okay, I grew up with a bunch of dudes, and I was one of the funniest guys there. But my whole thing was just bagging on the motherfucker, like, look at the motherfucking shoes, fucking tight ass fucking pants. What is that? Your fucking dad shirt? Is that a fucking shirt from the taller? Este cabrón. You know, fucking, what did you be eating, menudo? You got juice falling from your motherfucking lips and shit. So and then motherfuckers just start, you know, back and forth. But I remember girls used to pull up, and they were like, don't leave. Why? Girls are coming. You got to make them laugh. They'll stay. So I know girls like funny guys. You know? I saw this one meme where it says, funny guys are dangerous because they'll make you laugh, and then boom, you're naked. That is real. So now let me ask you, for the fans that may not know, I know you do a lot of your skits and you post them up. Do you do stand-up as well?
I don't do stand-up, but that's actually one of my fears that I'm actually fighting this year.
Oh, okay.
Because I know we all got fears.
Mm-hmm.
And just the way, like, people got fears of being in front of camera.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I've had this fear to be on stage.
Oh.
But I've been doing comedy in skit format for the past 8 years. I started on Vine. So Vine was an app where you had to create skits in 6 seconds.
On Vine?
Yeah.
Wow.
6 seconds. That's all you had. And it was probably one of the most famous apps that started all this trend of just like Instagrammers, TikTokers now, Facebook dudes. But Vine was like the originator of creating skit format comedy.
Give me 1 6 second like skit that you remember you did.
I could think about how Mexicans roll. And it was just like me driving, my homie in the passenger, 6 dudes in the back seat, and another 10 dudes in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? And it was like you had 6 seconds, and it was basically you played music, and you just basically based off a caption, you read the caption, how Mexicans roll, and then you watched the video. So it was a whole thing to it. So now if you see on Instagram, you read the caption, then you'll be reading like, what the hell? What's this video about? And then the caption kind of tells you the story of what this video is about.
Right.
Yeah. And then it just everything went viral. And at that point, it wasn't views; it was called loops. So people had millions of loops. And then because this app became so viral, here came the advertisers, the brands.
Wow.
And they're like, "Yo, how do we capitalize on this?"
Right.
So I had people like Verizon, Coca-Cola, the Pepsis, the Toyotas, the AT&Ts, you know, different types of candies, which Mars, which owns like Snickers, Trident, they own all this candy. So now all you had to do was product placement.
Right.
And now you're getting paid thousands of dollars just to be in your video.
Wow. And about what year was this, would you say? When Vine was hot.
Vine took off, we're in 2021, 2013.
Okay.
I jumped on like 2014, 2015, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Vine was just like the first social media app that it was a sensation. It was a lot. There's so many dudes, King Batch, Day Storm, David Lopez. There was all these big dudes that came from that era, Lele Pons, you know, Anwar, all these dudes that are now huge, successful millionaires that just came from that app.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird, man, because I almost feel like I was, you know how they use that term, what were you, under a rock or something?
Yeah.
I feel that I was under a rock, and I'll tell you why. In 2002, I decided to leave music. I just didn't want nothing to do with fucking music no more. I just hated the business side of it.
Yeah.
2002 to 2017, so I took like a 15-year leave of absence. I went and got a job, started working. In the midst of that, in 2006, DJ Quick hits me up and tells me, would you come DJ for us again? Because I should DJ for the whole crew in 1991. And I said, okay. Took a leave of absence from my job. Started touring again. I didn't like it because I thought maybe within like 6 years, or within like 4 years after leaving, it was still the same.
Yeah.
I didn't like the music, the way music was going. That dude Jeezy was big, and Rick Ross, and all these. And I just didn't like the music.
Yeah.
So 2006, going into 2007, New Year's night, I told them this is my last show. I'm done. It's a wrap. So I didn't come back till like 2017. So I always tell people, if you came out from 2002 to 2017, most likely I didn't hear about you.
Yeah.
And some people really get offended. So I didn't really listen to music. I wasn't really on the social media thing. So when you say Vine, that's new to me.
Yeah.
You know.
Look it up at Vine. It was like a little V.
Uh-huh.
It was just 6-second videos.
Damn.
But you go, that's when like dog, animal videos started going viral. Cats,
right?
Beauty, family stuff, all kinds of shit, bro. 6-second stuff. It was just blew out this water.
But you know what? I think it does make sense now, because I was thinking to myself, what can you do in 6 seconds? I had a drum machine, and I always brag about it. It was called the SP1200. Cost us $2,500 in the 80s. This is the drum machine that Dre produced. Eazy-E, it's NWA, the DOC, Michelet, JJ Fad, Above the Law music. And you know how much sampling time, like, should I say memory time it had on that drum machine?
Not much, right?
10 seconds.
Yeah. So they just created loops.
Yeah, loops, just like you said, loops. So it makes sense to me now. Yeah, you could get creative with that shit.
Yeah.
So, wow. Now, are those videos still available?
Yeah. If you look up Vine videos, they're still some of the biggest videos. Search it on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look up Vine videos. Yeah.
Now, what made you say, fuck it, let me give it a shot. Let me go on Vines? Was it just something like, why not? Let's just try it?
Well, I was working for a YouTuber at that time. It was called Epic Rap Battles of History. So they took two characters in history and they would battle each other. So if it was like Michael Jackson versus Elvis Presley, right?
Okay.
So they would play, at the time, my boss would play one character and his business partner would play the other character. They would rap against each other. So they would state facts. So let's say I was like Eazy-E and you were Kid Frost. We played the characters, but we basically would find out all the historical facts about each other, and we would bag on each other. And then you would, at the ending of the video would be who won, who's next. So then there goes all the people commenting, saying who they think won, if it was Kid Frost or Eazy-E, for example. And then they would basically comment who's next. And then it would take like Mr. T versus Mr. Rogers.
Oh, wow.
You get what I'm saying? So if you look it up, Epic Rap Battles of History. So when he hired me, they were like 4 videos in. They blew up to now, I think they're like 15 million subscribers. Wow. So at that time, he didn't like social media. He just wanted to create videos. So he was like, he hired me, and then he's like, yo, Jay, here's my Instagram account, here's my Facebook account, here's my Twitter account. You run it. Pretend to be me. And I basically studied him, the way he would write. He used to like putting little smiley faces. I used to interact with the fans. I remember I used to tweet like "hi" with a smiley face, and fucking thousands of people were just respond.
Right.
And it was just to keep the engagement going. He would tell me, "Yo, can you ask this question?" I would write that question, and then I was like, "Damn, like this was 2010."
Yeah.
Like YouTube at its prime, like. Because YouTube came out, I think, 2006.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So 2010, like, dude, that was like the good old days. You know what I'm saying? So like, they were averaging like 80 million views a video, like so I was watching like how much he was getting paid, to what brands were doing, to what like him walking around. You know what I'm saying? Like he couldn't walk around. Like it was just like he was a sensation. So I was like, damn, like. If he could do that, why can't I do that shit?
Right.
I had already worked for him for 5 years. And then I was like, damn, like, but I don't see no Latinos. Like, we saw the George Lopez. Right. We saw the Fluffies, but that's from like a stand-up aspect of it, which is still cool. But if you really think about it, like, the new generation now, they probably won't even know who the fuck George Lopez is. Right. Unless they're like, they have this meme where it goes, when you hear the George Lopez show, the song.
Right.
But like, you know, certain things, like these kids don't even know.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they're just on social media now. So like, they don't watch TV, you know? So like, I was like, okay, well, I don't see no Latinos. I don't see nobody that looks like me. There was a bunch of white dudes, black dudes. There was even Asian dudes, Tim De La Ghetto. But there was nobody like me. So I was like, all right, well, what if I just take all our ways of being, stuff that I could make fun of myself, being a beaner, pupusa guy, you know what I'm saying? Back to that, you know, and how Mexicans roll, because it just relates.
Right.
I have 5 brothers. We used to all be in a fucking van, and you know what I'm saying, in the back seat, you know what I'm saying? With just how we rolled. Like, it was. We had a truck. If we were in my dad's Gardner truck, we were in the back, you know, because we all didn't fit. And so it was like, yo, I just took like stuff that people related to and the feedback you would get. So then I just started posting and posting and posting and posting. And next thing I knew, I should do that. Had all these followers.
Now, I have to ask, because I think everybody has them. You do your comedy, you post it, people love them, commenting, liking, sharing. Do you get the trolls and the haters?
I get the trolls. Dude, mine was probably one of the biggest apps where I saw like haters.
Really?
Like shit to the point where like, you're fucking fat. You look, you know, you look broke or whatever. Wow. But I learned to have thick skin. This goes back to the way I grew up.
Yes.
I would read it, and then I used to be like, I would respond to it sometimes. And I noticed how we get this argument with them. And it's like, why am I arguing with this dude?
Right.
When I got hundreds of laughing emojis,
right?
You know, people saying, yo, I remember doing this. And I'm responding to the one dude that's being a hater. So I got to the point I was like, yo, delete, block. Delete, block. I never respond. Why?
Right.
If you don't like what I'm doing, then, yo, it's all good. I'm not going to make, I can't make everybody believe I'm funny.
Right, of course.
If you don't think I'm funny, I'm not going to be like, oh,
why?
Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, cool. Like, you don't think I'm funny, it's all good. Like, yo, I'm not hurt by it.
Right.
It goes back to having a thick skin. Like, yo, like, I can't make you like Cortezes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like Cortezes, but I don't like Cortezes. Why? Because I feel like it's a stereotype.
Okay.
That people are like, oh, you wear Cortezes. You got to wear Cortezes. One of the first times I ever worked with Nike, they're like, oh, here's some shoes. They gave me cartoons Cortezes, which I like cartoon. That's my guy. But why did it have to be Cortez? Why couldn't it be an Huarache? Why couldn't it be an Air Force? Why couldn't it be, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
There's so many shoes now. I'm a big shoe head.
Yeah.
So it's like, why do you got to give me Cortezes?
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw a commercial one time, and I don't even know if these people even realized it. When they showed somebody, it was an NFL like commercial, and they showed like a white girl wearing a Patriots, a white girl wearing a Jets. Then they showed a black girl wearing a Baltimore Ravens. And then when they showed a Raider, it was a girl, she was tatted up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just
I'm like, wow, like these motherfuckers throw it in our fucking face. And
like, I mean, I think we're at a point where like when I started doing all this comedy stuff, so they used to have budgets, right?
Okay.
They had budgets for the general market, which was the white people. They had budgets for the African American people. Mm-hmm. And then they had budgets for the Hispanic, Latinos, you know what I'm saying? And we were at the bottom of the barrel.
Wow.
The white dude was getting paid about 10, 15K for a video. I was getting paid like 2,000, 1,500. The last one. But I think now, if you look at it, we are the general market.
Yeah.
The biggest dudes that buy are Latinos.
Oh, yes.
Hispanics, like we fucking buy.
Yes, absolutely.
And now I'm starting to see like, yo, we're starting to get those big budgets. Mm-hmm. Because we are the general market. Like, yo, I don't just like Cortezes. I like everything else.
I like everything else. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the Rams told me that some of the biggest season ticket holders are Latinos. That's why they want to go get a fucking mariachi band. Because they know.
Absolutely, man. What has taken so long for us to get recognized? Do you know?
They don't understand us. They don't understand us.
That's a very good point. I'm going to share something with you. Yeah. When I was shopping around this documentary that I directed, okay, I met up with a lady from Netflix here, and I played it for her. Indian woman. It shocked me that this lady was the one that was signing checks and for Netflix documentaries. Yeah. And the whole time she had a look on her face like she was smelling shit. And I just kept looking at her and she was just like, and I already knew it was gonna go fucking bad. So I was like, okay. And then at the very end, she just critiqued it, she criticized it. And then I said like this, if you don't mind me asking you, how old are you? She goes, what does that have to do with anything? I said, no, I'm just wondering because this is something that's based in the 80s. She told me, were you born here in California? I was born in India. I said, look, is it possible that maybe you got a job and you don't even understand the biggest culture is here in LA and it's Chicanos?
Yeah.
You know? Well, what I'm saying is that we got Cartoon and Esteban coming out with something, but that's just one.
Yeah.
That's just one.
A lot of stories, yeah.
You know, and so then we met with the Hulu, the Showtimes, oh God, all the other fucking, and all of the guys were white. I don't have anything against white people, okay? But every single one of them, I asked this one guy, where are you from? Canada. I asked another guy, where are you from? Philadelphia, Detroit, Wisconsin. All of them, and none of them liked it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is it that you don't like about it? You know what the guy said? I don't understand it. I said, because you're not from here.
Yeah, they don't understand it.
You know, you're not from here. So I asked this one guy, I said, do you like hip hop, man? He goes, yeah. He was 35 years old. He goes, yeah. And I go, name me two of your favorite hip hop groups.
Yeah.
And he goes like this, MC Young and the Hammer. I go, you mean MC Hammer and Young MC? Wow. Yeah, I guess. But so.
Like I remember the Rams asked me, because they took me into like as a consultant.
Yes.
They're like, why does everybody get excited when we play Volver Volver?
Like if you have to ask that, bro.
Yeah, they didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
I think they were genuinely being honest. Like, why?
Right.
But it's like, bro, like, it's a huge fucking song. Like,
right.
Everybody has a time where they heard Volver Volver. You know,
right.
Drinking with if their uncles were drinking, or we were fucking hitting the piñata, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You got the uncles, the dads over here talking shit between each other. You know, it's just like it was parties.
Didn't Big Boy perform in this?
Big Boy performing with who?
Chanting?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. And see, but that's my thing, bro. Okay, say that I'm going to have you, I'm a white guy, I don't know, named Clark, and I run Dodger Stadium. What I'm going to do, I'm going to say, look, I know you know the culture. I know you know the people. Run with it. Let's go with it. Yeah. I'm not going to bring another guy from fucking Philadelphia and Wisconsin and say, you know, cater to these people if you don't know or understand the culture. Yeah. So I always encourage our Latino people, honestly, go to school. Yeah. You don't have to become another rapper.
Yeah.
You know, we need people like you in the Showtimes, in the Hulus, in the Netflix's office. So when one of us go in there with our product,
they understand.
Yeah. Like, you know what? I'll take this guy right here. I get it. But we don't have our people in there. We have people from different states or different countries there.
Like I know Cartoon told me like they didn't pick up his documentary. When they picked it up, they were just gonna play it in I think Mexico City or Argentina. I don't remember they weren't even gonna play it in the US.
Really?
But because of COVID, that's how the documentary blew up.
Right.
You know, it was picked up by like a Spanish production company from Netflix.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, and now look at
I know.
one of the biggest documentaries.
I know he had a Super Bowl commercial last year.
Yeah.
And then this year he's doing stuff. Oh, you said Pepsi, if I'm correct. Yeah.
And Cartoon to this day, bro, like I remember like growing up and watching him, a T-Mobile sidekick.
You're right.
A T-Mobile sidekick, like, bro, like, for me, I remember that was mind-blowing to be able to see somebody that looked like me.
Right.
And his name was on a T-Mobile sidekick.
Yeah.
Which at the time, like, culture-wise,
yeah,
a sidekick was huge.
Right.
That was huge.
Right.
And he had the Nike stuff. Like, even now when you see him with the logo of the Clippers.
Right.
Bro, that's huge.
And Netflix didn't want to play his shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like, what else do you have to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But anyways, man, let me ask you this. I already know the answer, but I have to ask you. You having fun doing what you're doing, man?
I love what I do. I tell everybody, yo, like, do what you love.
Yes.
Because I never knew me having views on my report card, me getting commented, loves to talk too much, me getting class clown. I never knew that would take me to a real career now that I have a corporation called Jay Mendoza Films, a following, and millions of views.
Yes, yes.
That I now get paid for.
You know, being called a class clown, that's probably a compliment now, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I get the award for class clown.
That's dope. Yeah, fuck. Pinche
Talking
payaso.
shit.
Pinche payaso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, it was like, yo, like I tell my brothers, I have 5 brothers. I tell my brothers, yo, try everything.
Yeah.
Dude, I went to engineering school, which is kind of the way I learned how to edit. Because I was trying to be a recording engineer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I figured out, like, yo, I don't want to fucking sit on a chair waiting for an artist.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm trying to do. But I learned how to use Pro Tools.
Okay.
So when I learned how to use Pro Tools, I picked up Final Cut.
Yeah.
In Final Cut, I was like, oh, this is they kind of work hand in hand.
Right.
And then I learned how to have rhythm, which all my cuts to my videos would be based on beats.
Yeah.
So, like, if you watch my videos, like, if I'm using music,
the transitions will happen.
Yeah. Or, like a DJ, I'll cut it out, and then a funny moment will come in, then I'll drop it back in. So it's kind of like I used music and...
Yeah, they work hand in hand. That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. Now, we have a couple of minutes before we go to break, but as far as, like... if I had to ask you and twist your arm, give me, if you can, your top 5 comedy movies of all time.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber, okay.
Superbad.
Superbad is dope.
Yeah. Every Ace Ventura movie.
Of course. Ace Ventura, then the next one was When Nature Calls.
Nature Calls, yeah. Step Brothers.
You know what?
Step Brothers is just dumb.
Okay, that's the only one. You know what? Because Will Ferrell,
yeah,
I just don't like his type of comedy.
It was different.
Yeah.
And Friday, man.
Friday
to me was like, that was culture, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I got to see everything, and even Hector to come into Lolo.
Yeah.
Even though he was in that movie for so long.
Yeah.
Think about how famous he was able to become just based off that.
And that was good for him. But you know who was supposed to be the real Hector?
Who?
Be Real.
Really?
Yeah.
And what happened?
He shared it here. For some reason, he couldn't make it that day. Like the day they were shooting, he was performing. He gave the whole story. So the Ice Cube hit him up and told him, you know what, I want you to be Hector. And he just couldn't make it, so they got Homeboy. But it worked out for him, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Can't hate on that shit. But yeah, Friday is a dope fucking movie. To me, I have to go back to like Coming to America. I think it's the greatest comedy movie of all time. I like Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
I have to throw in the Ace Ventura movies.
Yeah.
When Nature Calls and the
what
first
was
one.
That one older white dude, gun, Naked Guns? Were you into the Naked Guns?
Oh, fuck yeah. Naked Gun. O.J. Simpson was in.
Yeah. I got into that because my brothers used to watch it late at night. All the Naked Gun, it was like 1, 2, 3. I was like, yo, what the hell am I watching? Like, when they get into a condom?
Yes.
Remember that? And he's on the bed rolling around? Yeah.
Hey, bro, you know what? I know people don't like O.J. Cool. I don't really care for him either, but he was kind of funny in those movies.
Hey, O.J. said he wasn't black.
Oh, yeah.
O.J. said he wasn't black.
I'm not black. I'm O.J.
Yeah. So, he said he wasn't black. I was like, yo, I got to respect. He's O.J.
What the fuck is wrong with that guy, bro?
I don't know. He was just making so much money. He was like, yo, I ain't black. I'm O.J.
Wow. Whatever the fuck that means.
He was in a commercial with all these white folks, and he was the only black dude.
You know what's crazy? Because I almost feel like Kanye's a little bit on that.
Yeah.
You know, what was it? What was it? I don't know if it was Source Magazine or the other page on Instagram. It's a reliable source. That he supposedly there's rumors that he put a hit out on Kim Kardashian.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
The Shade Room, I guess. Shade Room.
I don't even know what to believe.
I know.
I sometimes think it's just all publicity. People like drama.
You know what? And there's a lot of people that say he's a fucking genius. Why is he a genius? Oh, because he makes all that shit up.
Yeah.
He stays relevant.
Yeah.
I get it, bro. I get it, but then get into fucking comedy. I just can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, because
I can't either. It's just being fake.
You know, it's kind of like when he did the whole Christian thing. You know, I'm a Christian everything. I'm this. And then a couple of weeks later, he's over here fucking smoking weed and fucking drinking beer, talking shit. And I'm like,
it's like the hypocrites, right? I grew up Christian my whole life.
Right.
But when I turned 18, I was like, man, I can't do this no more. Because I felt like I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 1 foot in.
Right.
On Sundays, we were praising Jesus.
Right.
And then Mondays, I was listening to corridos. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Right. I get it, bro. I get it. But my thing is that if you're going to claim something like that, bro, then just be it. Don't do it and then say, you know what, if I got to try it, I like it. You know. But anyways, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take another 10-minute break. We're going to come right back. I don't know if you're going to want to drink a beer. I got a beer for you, but if not, it's all good. Once again, call somebody, text somebody. You know the rest. Jay Mendoza's in the motherfucking building. We'll be back 10 minutes.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Polo Cholo coming at you live, promoting that new single, Gorditas y Kilos, featuring my boy Macumba. Shout out to Roadium Radio for having us on the podcast. Look forward to that Narco Polo album dropping on 4/20. Go ahead and hit us up on that Instagram, Polo Cholo. Hit me up on TikTok, Polo Cholo. Everything, every social media site. The song will be out January 11th on all your streaming platforms. The video's out right now on YouTube. Go ahead and run those numbers up, show some love, you know what I'm saying? And again, shout out to Roadium Radio for having us. Polo Cholo in the house one time. Everybody go show some.
Yo, call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
This West Coast Gilly on Roadium Radio with the legend Tony A. the Wizard on Tony Vision. You know what it is, West Coast to the fullest, believe that.
What's up, everybody? This is Stefan Orior listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Doughboy Tony. You're tuned into Roadium Radio with West Coast legend Tony A. the Wizard.
What up? It's your boy Lottie the G, straight out of Santa Ana, CA, and we're right here live in the mix with the West Coast legend Tony A. the Wizard on Roadium Radio, Tony Vision on YouTube.
Yo, what's up, world? This is Cool 187, above the law in the building. And you're tuned in to Roadium Radio with my man Tony A. the Wizard.
What's up, this is Darren Vegas. You're on Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard. Real West Coast hip-hop history right here.
Yo, what up? Sleepy Malo in the house, here at the Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A. the Wizard, giving us our voice back. One of the realest motherfuckers I know.
What's up, homie? Show me Frankie Quinones, a.k.a. Creeper from Cholo P. And you're listening to Tony A. the Wizard on Roadium Radio. That's what's up right there.
Hey, yo, what's up, man? It's Scooter the Savage. I'm right here with Tony A. the Wizard, Roadium Radio. Everybody stay tuned, man. It's a motherfucking hit.
Yo, shout out to Roadium Radio, Tony A. the Wizard, your boy Pablo Nunez right here in the studio. Be about it, people.
¿Qué onda, muchacho? Ahí viene este miro. King with the Blaxican and Negrito de los Angelitos, and you're checking out that Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard.
¿Qué hubo, Raza? This is Wicked from the Brown Side here on Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard. You know.
What up? It's your homeboy Infinite TGM, chilling with Tony A. the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Make sure you guys go check that out.
What's good? It's your boy Spanky Loco, and you tuning in to Roadium Radio with that motherfucking legend, Mr. Tony A. You know what time it is, West.
Hey, what up? This Rebello the Dawn.
And this Dominator.
And we came straight from the 805 ready to slap that motherfucking meat on your grill, bitch.
Roadium Radio, Central Coast Click.
What up?
What up with it? This your boy OG Magoo, Los Angeles Airbus artist, big chillin' on site with the homie Tony the Wizard on Roadium Radio. All gas, no brakes. Let's get it.
Man, you now listening to LA Icon, man, right here live with Tony A, the motherfucking Wizard on Roadium Radio. What's up, what's up? This is A.DA, the Spanish Fly, with that reintroduction right here on Roadium Radio with my boy, the Wizard, Tony A.
Yeah, what up? It's Spanish Fly MC, Big MOC, Mr. Most MC, on the Roadium Radio Show, baby, with Tony A, the Grand Wizard. Let's go.
Johnny D from Spanish Fly on Roadium Radio. Your one and only Theo with the giant Cheeto.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Trish Toledo, and I'm over here with Tony A at Roadium Radio. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday and Sunday at 7 p.m.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Blanca. Bobby D presents Uncle Snoop's Army. Chilling right here at Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard. Make sure you tune in Wednesdays and Sundays at 7 p.m. on YouTube.
What up, West Coast and all hip-hop fans? This is your girl, Violet Brown, and I'm here with Tony A, the Wizard.
Yo, this is Daniel Jones, the D to the motherfucking G Media Clips, here with your boy, Tony A, the Wizard on the Roadium Radio Show.
Check 1 2 1 2. This is Roger Live, and you are in tune to the sounds of Tony A, the Wizard on Roadium Radio West Coast.
Yeah, doggy. Yo, what's up? It's Anthony Campos, a.k.a. Big Citric, inviting everybody to tune in and subscribe to Tony Vision, Roadium Radio, with your host, Tony A, the Wizard.
What's happening? It's your boy Bobby Castro, and I'm here at Roadium Radio with the homie Tony A, the Wizard. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out the shit.
What's good, y'all? Eric Bobo from the mighty Cypress Hill, chilling right here on Roadium Radio with the homeboy Tony A, the Wizard. That's right.
Hey everybody, this is Cliff Ritchie, and I'm here on Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard.
What's cracking? It's your homie Crazy Boy, Blue Rain Music. You tune in to Roadium Radio with the homie Tony A, the Wizard. Tune in every Wednesday and Sunday right here.
What's up, everybody? This is Dali C, the Trap Queen, and you guys are listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard. Make sure you guys tune in.
Yo, what's up? This is DJ Bobby B, and you're live with Tony A, the Wizard on Roadium Radio.
1212 coming to you live from the Harbor area. DJ Ralph M rocking beats with my man Tony A, rocking the SP1200. Let's go.
Yo, what's up? This is DJ Yella coming straight out of Compton, Roadium Radio, with my boy Tony A, the Wizard. Check him out.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Miss Gathi from NYC. Andamos aquí with Tony A, the Wizard at Roadium Radio. You already know how to bring that NYC love. Hey, shout out to all of you guys.
Hey, what's cracking? It's that Guilty One. You're tuned in to Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard, live every Sunday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Like and subscribe.
What's going on? It's Hazard. You are tuned in with Tony A, the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Make sure you tune in every Sunday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Like and subscribe on YouTube.
Yo, this is your boy Invincible, and you are watching the Roadium Radio Show with Tony A, the Wizard. Make sure you're tuned in and watching. Ooh-ah.
What's up, guys? This is Isabella Soul, and you're tuning in with Tony A, the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.
What's up, guys? It's your girl J-Rox. I'm here on Roadium Radio with your host Tony A, the Wizard. I'll make sure to tune in on Sundays and Wednesdays, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Yo, what's up? This Jose Homicide. You hanging out at Roadium Radio, hosted by Tony A. the Wizard. Like and subscribe.
Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio, episode 229, and we're done bullshitting. We're gonna go ahead and jump right back into it with Jay Mendoza. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm just tired of bullshitting with you, man.
Bullshitting with me, bro. You're the one that's gonna be at the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna be at home eating ceviche. And so, what kind of beer do you plan on drinking? Budweiser? You like Modelo? When you do drink,
Pacifico.
I like Pacifico.
Yeah, those are nice.
I think those are the ones that taste best with michelada mix.
Yeah.
Those are the best ones.
I don't mind a michelada. You got micheladas?
Yeah, I do.
I'm down.
Okay, after, because...
You down?
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm down.
All right, let's get it.
Everybody knows I like to get drunk here. Usually this is like fucking drink champs. I have tequila, but when you say you don't drink, I'm like, why am I going to offer him anything and be a bad
You didn't say a shot. You just said a beer.
Okay.
You said a beer, bro. I don't want a beer.
Okay, you know what? Go check right now. See if he has a Pacifico. Right now, he's going to drink it live on Roadium Radio and bring me I bought some Blue Moons for me.
Okay.
So I think I should have a Pacifico in there. If not, I'm going to send him to the liquor store really quick.
Hey, but we got to give a shout out to OG Magoo.
OG Magoo, dope ass artist. I'm going to show you the painting that he did for me, airbrush that he did. He gets down, man, and so he's the one that connected us all.
Yeah.
We have to give him a big time shout out. So Magoo, thank you, Carnal.
He's the one that inspired me to get an Aero Coupe. I got a Monte Carlo Aero Coupe.
No shit.
He's got an A.DA. I got an 87 now.
There you go.
Chale.
I told you.
Let's cover the brand, so they ain't giving us no money.
Exactly, until they pay us.
Salud.
Salud, Carnal.
Something about Pacifico, bro.
I know.
But Blue Moons, I hear a lot of people like Blue Moons.
But I like these motherfuckers, like when on tab, and then they put the slice of orange. I would squeeze that motherfucker and throw it in there.
Yeah.
So
I do like tab over bottle.
Yes. What about, like, I don't know if you drink, I think it's called Hefeweizen or Heffen.
Never tried it.
It's German beer.
Okay.
And those motherfuckers get you fucked up, bro. They get you like...
Hey, you ever partied with, like, Germans?
No.
Dude, I went to, like, a soccer game, but it was, like, at a bar.
Even though you don't like soccer?
Yeah, even though I don't like soccer. But I want to go watch. I got paid. It was a Triple G.
Okay.
The food was there, and it was a specific German beer.
Right.
Dude, to see these fools get drunk and shit like that,
Yes.
celebrate.
Yes.
And then, like, watch these gangs. They're screaming. They're yelling. They're like, they get angry, dog.
Yes. Yeah. No motherfuckers could drink.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Growing up, as weird as it may sound, I don't know. Well, my brother later on told me where we got it from. You ever heard the term Gesundheit?
Gesundheit? No.
Okay. Whenever somebody sneezed, they would say Gesundheit. Okay. I always thought that was what you properly say when somebody sneezes. So they would say, bless you. Okay.
Or salud. Yeah.
Salud. Okay. Gesundheit. People was like, are you German? I didn't know, and I probably don't even know if it's still a German word, but no, I'm not German. Why would you say that?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's what I grew up saying until I was a teenager. Yeah. So then one day I told my brother, why in the fuck do we say Gesundheit? And he goes, I don't know. Somebody sneezed and they said that on the Three Stooges.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he would always say clowning around. I thought it was the proper word.
Hey, you know that now that you're talking about the Three Stooges, did you ever watch Revenge of the Nerds?
Oh yeah. Well, I think it was 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yes, 1, 2.
Watch part 1. My brothers put that on for me. Yo, that was another thing that inspired me to like comedy.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Remember Lamar? Clap your hands, everybody, and everybody. That's what today's rappers.
Yeah.
That's what they are. So.
Clowns. Hey, but yeah, Revenge of the Nerds. I remember one of the lines was like, I forgot what was his name. He's like, "Where you going?" He goes, "I'm off to drain the lizard." But
right.
So now that's when I go to the bathroom. I'm like, "Oh, where are you going?" I'm about to go drain the lizard.
Yeah, drain the lizard.
I always say that.
Or drain the main vein.
Yeah, drain the main vein. Drain the lizard.
Yeah, drain the lizard. I remember one time, my brother had like weird names for like his weenie. What are you doing? I'm shaking the German helmet. You know,
the German helmet.
Yeah, the German helmet or the Darth Vader helmet. I don't. God,
my brother used to call it Malone.
Malone?
Malone dick.
No, all my brothers were funny, but one time my brother comes up to me and goes, "Hey, I found out how to make my dick 10 inches. And I'm not going to lie to you, I was like, how? He goes, fold it in half.
That's funny.
So yeah, you guys can use those. You guys bit those from my brother, okay?
Yeah.
No, but yeah. What's a corny ass joke that you heard? Okay, I'll give you one. And a kid told me this one. A kid. And when he told me this, he was a chubby cheek kid. He was probably about maybe 5 years old. And when he gave me the punchline, he just looked at me real serious. But I fucking died. Yeah. He goes, Tony, and I was like, yeah. And I knew it was Dan. He goes, what do you call a train that carries gum?
I don't know.
Give me your best answer.
Train that carries gum?
Yeah.
Gummy train, I don't know.
Yeah, I said gum train. He goes, chew, chew.
Get out of here, man. Chew.
You see, but that was a kid joke.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I gotta fucking laugh because that shit was fucking hilarious.
I used to love like mama jokes.
Oh, okay.
Your mama's so old. When she farts dust.
She farts dust? I heard, who that? One of the Wayne brothers, when I went to go see him live, and he said, I think it was Damian Wayans, your mama's so black, every time she goes to night school, the teacher marks her absence.
The Wayne brothers, bro, their brothers were happy.
Yes.
That was dope, man.
Yes.
Give them a high five. Dude.
Your mama's so black, she left her fingerprint on a piece of charcoal. Oh, man. But, yeah, what's another one? Your mama's so fat, the equators are belt. What was another one? You got to give me a good one. Give me another one. Even if they're whack.
I remember your mama's so fat, when God said, let there be light, he said, move your fat ass.
Okay. My dad told me
Mama
this.
jokes are good, man.
Yes. My dad told me this. He said, ¿sabes lo que es un vikingo? And at first I didn't know. He goes, Viking. Uh-huh. And I said, okay. He said, ¿qué le dijo un vikingo al otro vikingo? So I don't know. Vikingo tu madre.
You know what I used to love too? I love people jokes.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I don't got nothing off the top of my head, but.
Hey, I got a mama joke.
Go ahead, sir.
I heard this one back in middle school. Somebody told me, your mama's like a vacuum cleaner. She sucks, she blows, and gets laid in the closet.
Oh.
I was like, damn, he killed me like 3 times.
Savage.
I heard this one, and it took me a while to like. I had to like do the math. Like your mama's like peanut butter. She spreads for bread.
They said your mama's open like. It was like, what was it saying? But it was saying like your mom was open like 7-Eleven, 24/7. Like what?
These are some of the cheap ones. Your mom's like a diving board. Everybody jumps on her. Your mom was like a doorknob. Everybody takes their turn.
Yeah, everybody takes their turn. I remember that.
But this one, I died. Your mom's like a freezer. Everybody sticks their meat in her. So those are cheap mama jokes.
Yeah.
That's-
Yo mama joke, man. That's how I feel like everybody started. Like,
But you know what? You have to have thick skin, because if I just hit you with 10 mama jokes and you don't got one, you're gonna want to fucking fight afterwards. You know. So I get it, but you have to have.
I don't think I ever wanted to fight. Like, I remember it used to make me go home and be like, damn, I gotta research. I gotta write down mama jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Mama, your mama.
Man, your mama's so fat. Like,
Yeah.
I had to come up with stuff. And I think now that's kind of gone within these kids, man. You cut out these kids, man.
I know.
They're hurt.
It's true.
They're hurt, man.
It's,
I'm like, yo.
you can get sued.
They're gonna fucking call police on you, dog.
I know. He hurt my feelings, and my life has never been the same ever since then.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah. You know, okay, like back then, and I got to be careful when I say this, we would fuck around and we would say, that shit was gay.
Yeah.
And we just meant like it was dumb, it was stupid.
Yeah.
Today, I said that one time to my son, because he threw the ball, and sometimes you get those plastic balls in the supermarket or whatever, and I threw the ball, and he was like, he threw it like this. I'm like, well, that shit was gay. And there was a gay guy in back of me that got offended.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
So, yeah, you got to be very careful using that. And, the Flintstones will have a gay old time. It meant something back then, different. We were having a fun time.
Yeah.
Today everything's different. A closet was something you put something in, not something you come out of.
Come on, Tony. Chill, Tony.
Pot was something you cook something in, not something you smoke. So, anyways, yeah. You ever watch any like Spanish comedy movies like?
It's funny you say that because my parents used to watch that all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't think I ever understood it. Because it was so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not until I got married, and then my father-in-law used to clown me.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, no entiendo." He used to be on me, right?
No Nintendo.
Yeah, dude, I had to work on my Spanish.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't have a conversation with that fool. He was like, yo, ¿no sabes hablar o qué? I'm like, poquito. Yeah, exactly. A no sabo kid. That was me.
No sabo kids.
Yeah.
There's a generation of no sabo kids.
Oh, dude, every generation now I feel like it's no sabo.
Wow.
Yeah, I made this video. It's called the No Sabo, where he was like, yo, he goes, tráeme el desarmador.
Yeah.
And then he goes, ¿qué es eso? El desarmador, cabrón. And then I was like, oh, okay. He goes and he comes back and he has a knife, He goes, ¿qué es eso? And then he's like, pues es un desarmador. And then he's like, eso no es desarmador.
Yeah.
I've seen you use it. Cabrón, no desarmador. He goes and comes back.
Yeah.
And then he brings a coin, like a quarter.
Okay.
And then I'm like, here, desarmador. He's like, ¿qué es eso? Well, I saw you use it for desarmador. And then he's like, So he gets on me, So every time it's just kind of like I bring him random shit. But I dedicated that to the No Sabo kids, and it went viral. Because it's real.
It's real. It's real. I remember Delirious, Eddie Murphy, said, man, I love Spanish. He said, when you watch Enrique Ricardo and on I Love Lucy, he says, that Spanish be so fast. He'd be like, papatela, wupatela, and I go, cuss her ass out, Ricky. But it's funny because there's a lot of people that really think that when we talk Spanish, it's really, really fast.
Yeah.
I guess for us it's kind of normal, but for them it just sounds really, really fast.
I don't know about you, but like today I want to go golf, right?
Okay.
And I basically want to go golf with the head of partnerships at Instagram, right?
Shit.
So I want to go golf with him.
You need to put me in contact with him if my page gets deleted.
Okay. Hey, but I saw the guy that was cutting the grass.
Okay.
And you know me, I'm true to who I am. So wherever I go, if I go to La Marqueta, I say what's up to el carnicero. Like, yo, what's up? I'm at the golf course and I'm talking to the guy who's cutting the grass.
Right.
And I'm saying, ¿cómo está? And he looked at me like, what the fuck?
Right.
I was like, ¿está haciendo calor, verdad? He was like, no, más o menos. But just to see like the reaction of like, oh shit, this one knows Spanish, you know, because they're so used to so many white dudes or nobody talking to them.
Right.
And to me, like, that's one of the dopest feelings, to be able to go anywhere and you see them and you're like, yo, you know?
Right.
And you just to see the joy of them come out, and then sometimes I feel like they needed that.
Yes.
That conversation, you know?
Right.
Because they'd be at work slaving away.
Right.
And to hear somebody just something different.
Yes.
Like, damn, like, yo, what's up? You know, like, I don't know. I don't. For me, that just brings me happiness to be able to.
No, absolutely.
Switch it up and
absolutely
say what's up to like the ones that paved the way for us.
Yes, absolutely. You know, I've gone places where certain friends that I knew, that my buddies knew Spanish, so we would go like somewhere to eat, and I knew they knew how to talk Spanish. When the waitress would come, she would talk to us in Spanish. They would talk to her in English, and that made me feel uncomfortable, even though they were my friends. So she would like, ¿qué van a ordenar? You know, so like, what do you guys want to order? And then they were like, oh, they will take the fajitas. A mí me da un burrito de chile verde mojado. Yeah, you know. Oh, okay, que no cerveza si me trae un Pacífico, okay. Oh, I'll take a Modelo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bitch, stop. Seriously, stop, bro. Talk to her.
So how do you feel about the guys that, you know, they speak Spanish?
Uh-huh.
And you talk to them in Spanish, and they keep answering to you in English? How does that make you feel?
You know, it makes me feel a certain type of way when I can't understand their English. Yeah. Because there's some that do have a real bad accent.
Yeah, you're right.
So I want to make things easier for them.
Yeah, exactly.
So I talk to them in Spanish, but they keep talking to me in English.
Yeah.
So when I kept talking to them in Spanish, this guy told me, I'm not lying to you, he said, speak a little English, we're in America.
We're speaking in English.
You know, and I felt offended. I really want to say, cálmese, cabrón, you know, but I didn't. I just said, oh, all right, cool, man.
Yeah, I had my next door neighbor, I used to call him American Citizen. Because she used to always be like, yo no hablo español, solo inglés. I was like, why? Porque yo soy American Citizen.
Yes.
And like, what?
Yes, and you know, and I get it that they're
proud, you know?
That they're proud. Like, there was this one guy across the street from me when growing up, and I would talk to him in Spanish because I couldn't understand his English. Yeah. And his work jacket had an American flag, and every time he would fucking see me, number one. Like, I know, bro, I was born here. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not trying to make fun of him, but if you're out there and you're listening and I've talked to you in Spanish and you keep talking to me, it's because the majority of the time I didn't understand. I didn't mean no disrespect.
But sometimes I want to practice my Spanish.
I want to practice my Spanish too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, growing up, we weren't allowed to speak English at home, but you know what? My Spanish started getting bad the more I spoke English.
Yeah.
You know, so now you want to speak a little English, but you don't want to let me speak a little Spanish. So I don't know, bro. But it's all good, man. You know what? I love our people. I love our culture. And I want to see our people win. Exactly. You mentioned that we're the majority, and I've always said this, that especially here in California, we are a hip-hop's economy.
Yeah.
You know, we buy all the music, we buy all the merch, we buy all the tickets, we buy everything, bro.
We're the only ones that can switch from corridos to hip-hop to reggaeton.
Yes.
Back to country to, like, rock.
And the most beautiful women in the world.
There you go. You got it.
I just wish we had more Mexican football players. But you know what? They'll probably be like, pásame la güey. In the huddle.
Centro. And then if we do, we're going to be the fucking kicker.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. No, way. Cálmate. Anyways, yeah, I can keep going on and on. Okay. What is one of your videos that I saw on your page is the Michael Myers one.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Michael Myers fan.
Dude, that thing's crazy.
What inspired that, bro? Maybe you were a Michael Myers fan?
No, to be honest, I grew up Christian. So my mom used to say that Halloween is el Día del Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we weren't allowed to dress up. We weren't allowed to do anything like that. But as I got older, I was like, I get it.
Right.
Where her mindset is, like, eso es el diablo, you know? But for me, it was like, I want to dress up because it's fun. Like, whether it's Halloween or it's any other day, you know what I'm saying? I want to dress up. Like, it's funny. So when I created that Michael Myers, I was like, I got to do something that's Halloween related.
Right.
Like right now, Valentine's.
Yes.
You know, it's a good way to create content around Valentine's because it's such a huge, what do you call it, holiday.
Right.
Right? So when I came up with that, I was like, okay, well, it's Halloween. And then I Googled Halloween on YouTube. And one of the biggest search things was Michael Myers.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit, okay. So what if I did Mexican Michael Myers? And, bro, I posted that thing. It was out of here.
That's dope, man.
And if you see right now, I think it's like on YouTube, I think 65 million views.
That's beautiful.
And it was just me making fun of Michael Myers. Like he dances cumbia now. You know, like it's me running away. I play some cumbia, and that fool starts dancing with me.
That's dope. My daughter did a little TikTok because I raised her. Well, my children, I raised her with Michael Myers. I was Michael Myers every fucking year. Yeah. I always say I was Michael Myers' brother, Oscar Myers. That's okay, funny. And she did a TikTok video saying my dad introduced me to Michael Myers, and I fell in love. So she posted all of our pictures together when I was Michael Myers. So she was a little girl till now, and I put it on a short, you know, on YouTube, there's shorts. Yeah. I put it on, I have a page called Freaky Tales where we talk all the paranormal shit. So I put it on there and it's almost at 3 million and it's only been up to a couple of months. So, but it's just, there's a big, huge fan base for that type of shit.
Yeah, Michael Myers. And
yeah.
the thing is they keep coming out with movies.
Movies, yeah.
So every time they promote the movie, people go searching Michael Myers.
Right. Now, did you know, and I have to ask, you seen Halloween 1, the very first one?
Yeah.
Do you know where that was filmed?
No.
Okay. It says in the very beginning, Haddonfield, Illinois. Okay. And since I was a kid, I've always wanted to go to Haddonfield, Illinois because I fucking fell in love with...
you were serious Halloween.
Yeah. It came out in 1978. I was 10 years old. Okay.
So do you decorate your house like crazy?
Yes.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
I'm one of those guys. So what happened was, as a kid, I'm thinking, I want to go to Haddonfield, Illinois. Quick story. So then now in the 90s, I'm in Pasadena at my musician's house. So we're working on some music. So we take a break. We're going to go get something to eat. And then he tells me, man, when you start getting paid from these projects, where do you want to go? Do you want to travel? I said, I want to go to Haddonfield, Illinois, bro. I should have went there a long time ago. He goes, Haddonfield, Illinois? That's made up. That's not even real. And I was like, no, it's Haddonfield, Illinois, where they filmed Halloween. He goes, no, you're talking about here, Pasadena. And I was like, no, Haddonfield, Illinois, where they filmed fucking Michael Myers. He goes, they filmed it here. And I was like,
it was in Pasadena?
It was in Pasadena. Everything, bro.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
It fucking broke my heart.
But I can see Pasadena being, there's a lot of like freaky homes there.
Yes. It broke my heart because I really wanted to travel over there and stand across the street.
So have you gone yet?
I go every year now to Pasadena.
No, it's Illinois.
No. Well, I've gone to Chicago, but Michael Myers is not there. So I go over here every year in October. It's a blast. Because a lot of people, they go to the famous scenes.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah. You're not a Halloween guy?
No, I think because I didn't really grow up a Halloween guy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Porque eras del diablo.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And it's funny because a lot of my videos, if you sit there and watch them, I never cuss. I never do sexual jokes. And I never do like anything inappropriate. Because I never wanted my kids to watch it.
Of course.
And I never wanted my mom to be like, eres el diablo. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like that's why but it helped me. In the long run, it helped me because now I'm able to work with the McDonald's, the Pepsis, the Verizons, the Captain Morgans, like, you know, all these corporate 100 companies, because they look at me as like, oh, he's a family man.
Yeah.
He's funny, he does comedy, but he has family too. So people ask me like, oh, how do you work with all these fucking brands? Kept it clean, bro. I don't need to talk about my side chick. I don't need to talk about like
your cat.
Yeah, the girl that I met at the club and we went into the car. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Why? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I get it. People want to hear that stuff. It gets views. But when it comes to get paid, they go, dude. When these companies hire you, they go down through your whole page. They do. When I worked with the NBA, they did a background check on me. They checked my record.
Wow.
To work with the NBA. And these are serious checks.
Right.
So, like, I'm cool with not cussing.
Yeah.
I'm cool with not using half-naked chicks in my videos.
Twerking.
Yeah, like, I don't need all that.
Right.
I mean, yeah, people use it because it gets you views.
Right.
And it gets you followers. But followers and views don't always make you
I know.
$1. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm glad you're sharing this because one thing that my father taught me, and I shared this on here several times. I was raised on black and white comedy movies, a lot of Spanish and a lot of English like Bob Hope, Bing Crosby, Abbott and Costello, Laura and Hardy, a lot of these, Charlie Chaplin. And then you got Resortes and you got, Cantinflas and all these other people.
Yeah.
And he'd always tell me, one time I was watching a comedy movie and they were just cursing like crazy.
Yeah.
And it would bother him, and he was like, bájale.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool, I'll turn it down. So I said, why does it bother you? And he said, because you could be funny without being nasty and cussing.
Yeah.
And it was true. And he started naming all these movies that were classics. And you are just a prime example of what my father once said. And it's very, very true.
Yeah.
The sad part is like this. And I want you guys to think about this.
Yeah.
Take away all the cussing out of Friday. Will it still be any good?
Yeah, because I don't really remember it for the bad words.
I do.
Yeah.
Like I do.
Well, maybe the only one is you got knocked the fuck out.
There's a lot more than that. What about Superbad?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, of course, people they can go rewrite it and take out the curse word because those guys are hilarious.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that, like, I feel the same way about sexual scenes in certain movies.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just doesn't need it.
Yeah.
But
And there's directors that are like, it shows expression. It shows the details.
No, you're just a fucking pervert. You want to see the girl's nalgas, bro.
Yeah,
Stop.
Yeah.
So that's it. What can people expect from Jay Mendoza 2022?
Two things I'm working on is, told you I'm trying to fight my fears.
Right.
Get on that stage. Another thing is I've been pitching a show, which is like it's called Trophies, which is it's cars that everybody loves.
Right.
And me taking celebrities, TikTokers, Instagrammers, all of them for their first experience riding in a Lolo.
Oh, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like people look at these cars, like I never realized, like for me it was like I grew up around it.
Yes.
So these cars to me were like, yeah, that's like a walking portrait. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But I made a video putting my mom. I put her in the front, right, and I hit the switch, and the joy that came out of her was unbelievable.
Yes,
unbelievable, and that made me realize, like, man, like, not everybody gets to witness this.
Yeah,
feel this. Like me riding in my car is like the biggest therapy there ever is. Whether you have an Impala, Rego, Monte Carlo, whatever it is, but like cars in general bring an inner peace and bumping whatever you want to listen to, from it's the Gap Band to
to Roger and Zapp to whatever
it is. Some people like to listen to rock. You know, but I said, what if I take an NBA player?
Yes.
And I take him for his first cruise.
That would be dope.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And for me, it's always been like, how do I mix all cultures together?
Right.
What brings all cultures together? It's just sports, cars, comedy. So like, for me, it's like cars was the thing that I felt brings all people together, which another thing that all brings people together is weed. But if you're honest, if you think about it,
right.
When people roll up a joint, they smoke it. The white dude ain't saying no. The black dude ain't saying no. And the Latino dude ain't saying no.
Right.
And we all come together, and you forget what color you are.
Very true.
You get what I'm saying? So, like, for me, that's what cars was. So, like, I think I'm so passionate about these cars where it's like, I want to be able to let others experience what I've experienced.
That'll do.
So, that's two things that I'm working on.
Okay, that'll work. And then, obviously, you said the stage. Now, you plan to come out with any merch? You have a website? You have anything that people can buy of yours?
Hey, man, I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to merch.
Yeah.
That sometimes people are like, dude, just put your face on it, bro. Just sell something. But I haven't done it, so.
Okay.
Hopefully
soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon. At this time, brother, you want to give, first I want to tell you, thank you for giving me the honor and the pleasure to interview you.
I appreciate
Is there any
you
shout outs,
me.
bro? Anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to promote?
Hey, I want to shoot a shout out to my mom. Dude, with all the people that fucking got me here. Now, Nah, man, shout out to everybody that supports, man. Everybody that has helped me get to this point. Because without them, I mean, I'm just another dude on the streets talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thankful for everybody who's disliked, liked, left the hater comment. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Because to this day, that's how I get paid.
Yeah.
Engagement. So it's like, yo, thank you to everybody. Blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed to just keep getting educated. You know what I'm saying? I've been blessed to meet people that I, like yourself, like, I didn't know your history. But I got something to learn from you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I got homie right here looking behind the board.
Yeah, behind the ones and twos.
Who would have thought this man knows how to work all this shit?
Yeah.
He can educate me like, yo, what? Like, what? But if you see him on the street, they'd be like, oh, that's the homie that just smokes weed, you know?
Right.
Like that's how they would, you know what I'm saying? But you never know when someone has to educate you.
Very, very true.
So for me, it's like, yo, I love to build relationships, love to get to know others, and let's all help each other out, man.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Thank you for coming through. I'm gonna give my shout out, and then I gotta address something. Once again, let me go ahead and give a shout out to Alex Cervantes Enterprise.
This is our LeBeau right here.
Yes, Cervantes Enterprise, because it's not a smog that he can't fix, because he can do it in the mix. So if you guys need a smog, hit up my boy 81 right here on Instagram, and he will fix your smog, not for free, okay? Because I know we show love to Raza, but Raza's got to pay, and he's got bills. Anthony the Hip Hop Jedi, my son Beast Gallons for helping me promote this. I don't know if there's anything else, Alex, as far as shout outs. My boy Norbert for helping us out. Once again, I want to remind you guys that we will have verse for verse the last Sunday of this month, but this Sunday I will not be here simply because of Super Bowl, okay? And I'm still going to say that Cincinnati's going to win. So,
hey, man, come on.
So, yeah, no disrespect. Other than that, once again, Jay Mendoza and OG Magoo, thank you for everything. Alice, can you put me on this camera right here? I'm already on. Okay, I just want to address something really quick. These things are not usually easy to do, you know what? But I received a text early this morning that, like I said earlier, Ramon Corona, he passed away, night out. And most of you guys know that we've had history together. And these things aren't usually, it's hard for me to speak on these things, you know, especially when somebody's passing, somebody that has passed. I once read a quote one time that said, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And what that means, whatever's in your heart will come out the mouth. I could have made a post and just express how I felt, but I'd rather just speak and come from the heart. I don't have anything written. I'm just going to let it flow out. 1994, I met Night Out for the first time. He came to my house here in the city of Wilmington, and we were supposed to work together. We were working on beats, and him living in San Diego and me living here in Wilmington, it was kind of hard because there was no social media. We had no emails or anything like that at the time. So everything was by phone call. Once again, I've known him since 1994. We never ended up working together because of the distance. But we've always kept in contact throughout the years by phone. And I want to say 2019 of December, I interviewed him here. That was actually the second time I had ever seen Night Out. And the first time, once again, 1994, second time, 2019, and that was actually the last time that I seen him. But I interviewed him here, and I believe that episode was episode either 18 or 19, 18. And you guys can go and see that. At that time, you know, Night Out had issues with, had differences with another artist named Misfit, and Misfit was my friend, just like Night Out was. So I called up Night Out and I said, you know what, just come through, let's talk about it. I want to patch things up for you, man, because he was a friend. And him and Misfit, you know, squashed all that. And, you know, I still remain friends with Night Out, still remain friends with Misfit. Spanky comes along. I try to squash things out there. It didn't go as planned, but I still remain friends with Spanky, still remain friends with Night Out. Eventually, me and Night Out went our separate ways. You know, I'm not going to get into the negative. I want to keep it positive, okay? Today, this man, you know, is no longer with us. I just want to encourage everyone to pray for his mother and his father, his family, because today they lost a son. And I don't have any ill feelings or any bitter feelings or any unforgiveness in my heart. I can't live with that. So I just want to encourage you guys just to keep his family in prayer. And once again, it's never it's never easy for me to speak on things like this. So may he rest in peace. And for those of you guys that are fans of his, you know what? Pop a cold one, bump his music, and let us remember him like that. With that being said, once again, God bless his family, keep his family in prayer, and may he rest in peace. So rest in peace, Night Owl. Thank you.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Polo Cholo coming at you live, promoting that new single, Gorditas y Kilos, featuring my boy Macumba. Shout out to Roadium Radio for having us on the podcast. Look forward to that Narco Polo album dropping on 4/20. Go ahead and hit us up on that Instagram, Polo Cholo. Hit me up on TikTok, Polo Cholo. Everything, every social media site. The song will be out January 11th on all your streaming platforms. The video's out right now on YouTube. Go ahead and run those numbers up, show some love. You know what I'm saying? And again, shout out to Roadium Radio for having us. Polo Cholo in the house one time. Everybody go show some